What's up everyone, Tattoo Videos back with a quick fall update for all my robotic lawnmower fans out there. I think this one applies to pretty much everyone except the Yarbo. So as you'll see here, I've got a number of areas in which I planted grass. I overseed the whole entire lawn, but there's of course specific instances where grass died, put down, whether it's like new dirt, kind of, raked it up, seeds, the whole 9 yards, and some straw. I've got my Eufy E18 here. The one secret I want to let you in on, which I think no one really has touched on or even really tackled yet, is you're not supposed to have these robotic mowers run, or at least cut your grass in general, after you overseed. It's like, let your lawn grow, or let the new grass grow to approximately maybe 2.5–3 inches, wait a couple cuts. So it probably is easier to, here's my E18 back in action. So I let him run, change the cutting height to 2 inches, 2.2. I'll kind of vary it up for some zones. If we're on a hill, I feel like it may need a bit of an adjustment, but if you can get things fine-tuned, the 2.2 inch cut, as opposed to letting your lawn just grow unobstructed, if you cut it to, say, about almost 3 weeks ago at this point, I cut my lawn down to 2.2 with my E18, and then did all my activities, that did, of course, encompass aeration, spike, and plug. Before that, I kind of, tackled everything that was, regarding, I had dethatching. I had to use my actual lawnmower to clean up all the thatch all over the lawn, bagged that, cut all the grass, got everything cleaned up. Cut it really nice and, clean. I wouldn't say like a scalp, but I'm getting that 2.2 inch, and even a 2.2 inch cut on your E18, you probably could go a little bit lower if you really want. Probably cut it like 2. And I live in the Northeast, so, I'm running with a mix of ryegrass, bluegrass, and fescue. So when it comes down to the overseeding and growing, you're going to get the best growth and the best penetration, whether it's sun hitting those seeds and kind of, starting the germination process. Of course, you want to get the seeds in the ground. Have another trick, another video I'm going to release a little bit later, how I tackle overseeding and reseeding parts of your lawn. But having this E18 cut at 2.2 will allow that new grass to flourish, and it doesn't have any impact. It weighs what, 15–20 pounds? A human probably weighs 200 pounds walking around, and a lawnmower is 500–700 pounds and up. So definite no. I've killed a number of portions of grass that I attempted to plant, mainly in those areas where you're like, oh, there's nothing there. It was growing, and all of a sudden I'm like, I tried to cut it, maybe it was like 2 inches, really wasn't solidified yet. It wasn't fescue, it was probably more ryegrass, bluegrass, and it just died. It was really unfortunate. I had this happen numerous times. I'm like, what can I do besides keeping all traffic off the lawn? But this little E18 can do its job, and continually, your lawn doesn't look out of control, like, oh, the guy's not mowing his lawn. It's like 4.5–5 inches after how many weeks, especially if you're watering it regularly, it's going to be growing like crazy. 3.5, how many, probably would all have to wait a month between the 7 and 10 days it takes to germinate, and then you want to let them germinate and grow to 2.5–3 inches at a minimum. And I probably would use a push mower before I go with my main, at least Greenworks 60 volt 42 inch zero turn. So give everyone a quick peek of what things look like here. But again, have that patch of grass that my E18 has been mowing, and no issues whatsoever. You'll see here, all the grass is coming up nicely. This got, I forget what I had here, like a playground of some sort. And yeah, this is in the direct sun. This sees sunlight all day. So I can attest, it's not as if, it's in the shade. I have areas in the bottom of my yard that are shaded and, grow pretty well without any of the straw. But this is the result of, I don't think the E18 actually cut this yet, because it's probably not tall enough. But keeping this, if I didn't cut this probably would be, who knows, up to here. My front yard is about, 4+ inches at this point, if not higher, maybe 5. And it gets messy. It probably is not letting the grass grow at the clip it should be. And these are things that I think everyone should take into account. The secret's out. And let me know, if you try this. I just consistently run it. I mean, maybe I let it pause for like a day or two when I put the grass. I'm like, all right, I don't need to cut it when it's 2.2. Let it grow to like 2.5, close to 3, and then turn it loose. But this E18 takes, at this point, there's less sunlight, and I have to start the robot at 8:30 in the morning because there's dew everywhere, and it stops cutting around 6:40, 6:45. I mean, that's what, a window of 10 hours to cut. In the summer I used to have 12 plus. So there's certain factors that are more limiting, but at the same time it is really great that I can count on my E18. And here's some of the cuts. I just had it start. This is about 3 days since it last cut this area. But yeah, keeping it low and allowing, of course, there's some areas that haven't taken hold. Probably I should have put some straw down there, but otherwise very happy with the progress, the trick, all of the secrets, the hacks. Again, let me know, comments, feedback, any thoughts you may have around E18 maintenance routines, settings. This has the 9 blades. Of course, I have my 43-inch blades. I'm using the whole season, no issues whatsoever. Just kind of have to clean out when you cut in the mornings or in the rain. But yeah, this is a game changer. If this grass grew from here to there in 3.5 days, you can only imagine it would be this high in probably a couple weeks time. So very happy with the progress overall, and hopefully that is allowing your new grass to not only germinate but then continue to grow and not just get, whether it's, now if you want to say choked out, but this probably is helping the other parts of the lawn that aren't just completely bare, but you're planting that grass and allowing it to thrive. So again, how-to videos, my E18. I even added some more rocks to the exit path because it turns around. It comes out of about, give or take, 2 feet long. The E18, I guess about 19-20 inches, and it turns around in place. So it was tearing up the grass there. There really wasn't anything left, so easier is to keep a rock there, not have to worry about growing grass in the future. But anyways, how-to videos, have some more updates when I do put the spikes. That's probably the next bet. And let me know if you guys need anything else or have any questions, comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. How-to videos, signing out. Peace.